Good setup here. Thanks for joining us. We've got a few members of the Tri-Cities media on with us. They've
All
all
right.
submitted their questions to me, and I'll just run through them with you here real quick, and then we'll share that video with everybody.
Okay.
First one, your team's been pretty consistent to start the season, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s. Have you guys hit on something with the next gen car, and do you feel like a win is coming soon?
Yeah, we were pretty close to a win last weekend. So we're wanting to win here pretty bad here recently. And I don't feel like our finishes really have shown the speed that we've had. We've been pretty consistently inside the top 10, but we've had more issues in Time Magazine lately when it comes to, just you name it. We've had it here the last few weeks. So it was nice to get through Martinsville this weekend with a smooth day, maximize our day, get to second. That part felt good. Our stage points have been there, just our overall finishes have not. So we'll build a little momentum off of that, headed to a track that is my favorite track. Bristol. I love Bristol, whether it's dirt or concrete, I don't care. It's a badass facility. So excited about being there and trying to get another dirt win.
So everyone wants to know, what was your secret to winning the dirt race last year?
Well, I tell you what, I don't think it matters anymore. I think we had some smart decisions, I think, from our setup perspective and the way I drove the car, understanding what those were. But next gen car, I don't know if it really matters now. We're starting from scratch again. So hopefully we come up with some good ideas again.
That was one of the questions. Do you basically throw away your notes from last year, or is there anything that you can, apply from last year to this race, or is it all new with the next gen?
Yeah, I don't think you're throwing away anything. You never throw away what you learned, right? And there's plenty of things we learned about the racetrack itself. And even though the track's supposed to be a little bit different than what it was last year, there's still going to be some similarities. And I think in general, I never raced dirt before, really. I mean, for last year, I ran a couple dirt races before we get ready for Bristol, and just understanding what the dirt does and what you need to do. And I feel far more prepared going into the race this week than I did last year, which I still don't feel very prepared, but I feel better than I did last time. And some of that's the reason why I'm running the truck this weekend as well. So we got the Purple Planet Fitness number 54 out there, so that'll be a fun truck ride to do too.
So that was one of the questions. You've entered the truck race. Is there anything else special that you've done to prepare for the race?
Outside of that, no. No. A lot of time on four-wheelers and side-by-sides, which, hey, I actually think helps. Believe it or not, I think it actually helped me.
What does it say about you as a driver to win races like the Bristol Dirt Race and the LA Coliseum? What does that say about your ability to adapt?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to say. It's great. I'm also a believer in that you're only as good as your last race, right? And you always need to keep trying to find more. But it seems like the ability to adapt, and especially on slick surfaces, seem to be my wheelhouse. I don't know. That's probably what is natural to me, to find my strengths. Doesn't mean that I don't have weaknesses, and I got plenty of those to work on as well. But it seems like the slicker tracks come a little bit more natural for me, and I've enjoyed that part of it. But I don't know. I mean, it's nice to say that. It's nice that you can adapt quickly. But like I said, that was last year, and you got to move on and try to get another one now.
What are your thoughts about moving the dirt race tonight?
It needed to be done. It needed to happen last year, if you ask me. It's an attempt to try to keep the dust down. I assume it does. I'm not a dirt guy, but I haven't seen many dirt races run in the day. They always race at night, and one of the main reasons why is the dust. So this should help that. I'm not a dirt guy, not a farmer either. So trying to understand all this one step at a time.
How do you like the next gen car overall?
It's gone well. The car is very durable, very, very tough car for sure. The cars have been very equally matched, as you would expect. All the cars are pretty much the same. You saw last weekend qualifying was, we missed the second round by 3 spots, and it was 0.003 of a second. Think about how close that is. So that's how close the field is right now, and that's why the details are everything. You know, you gotta win on details because everyone's speed's pretty similar.
Do you have any kind of gut feeling for how the next gen will do on the dirt?
Should be fine. I don't have a. I mean, I don't think it'd be much different. You know, and there's be better about it is the bodies are a little bit tougher, and you know, so it might be, you know, get away with a little bit more contact. But I think we're still going to have the same challenges as we did last year when it comes to, you know, trying to get the car to handle right. You're going to have the same problems with vision. Those type of things are all going to be there.
How important is it going to be to hopefully, if the weather cooperates, get your both practice sessions in as well as the heat races to set the field?
It'd be nice. But I'd also say, shoot, we had a pretty good last week, and by the metrics, we'd be starting up towards the front. So I'm all right. I'm all right if it rains out qualifying heat races or whatever heck we're doing. So I mean, it'd be all right. I mean, I'm sure either way we'd figure it out.
How much extra focus does Bristol require from a driver standpoint compared to other tracks?
I wouldn't say any more or less. It's pretty much the same. To me, the focus level is the same. You know, now what you focus on changes, but the amount you put into it's the same no matter what track you go to, or it should be at least.
How easy is it to get caught up in someone else's mess at Bristol?
Pretty easy. Pretty easy. I was rewatching the race this morning a little bit from last year and just seeing some of those crashes where you just, gosh, Bristol is always hard because things happen so quick. Now you're going slower on dirt, but you can't stop. So pick your poison. Now it's like slow motion as you go into it, and you still can't get away from it still. So hopefully that's not the case for us. That's why track position staying towards the front will be important to stay out of those things.
And last question for you. This season's open much like last year, 7 different winners and 8 races. Do you think the parity is just a carryover from last year, or is it more about the new car?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's about the new car, right? You look at some of the winners. You know, you take, you know, the super speedways and things like that. You look at, you know, what Trackhouse has done. They've been pretty impressive to start the season. You know, and you kind of expected this, right? You expected, you know, some different winners with a new car, new rules, all these things that everyone's trying to figure out. And then eventually you're going to start to see who the strongest are throughout the year once you get 10, 15 races in. So we're still pretty early in the season. You know, things are still changing pretty rapidly. And we're going to new tracks for the first time with this car. So as you come around the second time, things may be different. So, you know, you expect everything to be closer, and it is.
All right. Well, good deal. Well, thanks a lot, Joey, and we'll look forward to seeing you out here at the Last Great Coliseum in a few days.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, guys. See ya.